we heard 6 benefits. This image is from yesterday. One of the benefits was it generates a feeling of pure devotional service in the hearts of the hearers. So just hearing about Suniti has that effect. Because of her pure devotional service, she passes on an appreciation and a feeling for pure devotional service to her son and to us who hear the description. So the very first thing that she does as a response is she exhibits compassion. Not only to her son, starting with her son, but towards the whole situation. This is a response principle. And that compassion is directed. Here's what Maitreya says. When Dhruva Maharaj reached his mother, his lips were trembling in anger, and he was crying very grievously. He's reacting and has big-time negative emotion from that reaction. Queen Suniti immediately, here's her compassion as a mother, she lifted her son onto her lap. While the palace residents, who had heard all the harsh words of Suruchi, related everything in detail. Thus Suniti also became greatly aggrieved. So we're going to hear some of her negative emotions. And it's not like if you're a pure devotee, negative emotions is a no-no. You're not supposed to have any. That's not being described here. This incident was unbearable to Suniti's patience. There's another negative emotion. She began to burn as if in a forest fire. And in her grief, she became just like a burnt leaf. And so lamented. There are some other negative emotions. As she remembered the words of her co-wife, her bright lotus-like face filled with tears. She's not unfamiliar with negative emotion, but she knows how to respond rather than react. So it's really a very fantastic lesson. First is her compassion. She is acknowledging. She's not focused on herself. She's having these emotions, but she's focused on the object of her affection, her son. And she's acknowledging his feelings. And it starts with just the physical, taking him on her lap. But now she's feeling compassion, and she's directing that compassion towards a solution. This is a key for responding when you have negative emotions because of some misfortune, because you're in the world of duality and sometimes it comes. Here's a real good option to learn. Think of a solution. And persons that do the reacting, they just stay over there on the problem side. Oh, it hurts. And the solution-oriented approach is what persons who respond do. So I learned this from Brajabihari some years ago. He lived in India. His wife was in charge of the Gurukul. So he lived in India and he did his ISKCON Resolve service here in India. And one of the things he did was he was invited to corporate places to conduct seminars on stress management. he shared with me his material that he used for stress management in corporate venues in India.